Pop the hood on a brand new $90,000 Lexus, then pop the hood on a Toyota that costs less than half as much. Same engine, same bolts, same factory. The same worker on the same assembly line torqued them both. I've spent 24 years underneath these vehicles, and here's the dirty little secret Lexus will never put in a commercial. 5 of Toyota's most ordinary-looking SUVs are mechanically identical to Lexus models wearing double or triple the price tag. And every one of them will still be running long after the shiny $80,000 German SUV your neighbor just financed is sitting dead in a driveway waiting on a part from overseas. Today, I'm counting down all 5. Let's get into it. Here's the thing most people never stop to think about. Lexus doesn't have its own engine plant hidden in a secret mountain. Lexus is Toyota. The luxury division shares platforms, engines, transmissions, and even assembly lines with the cars sitting in the cheap seats of the same showroom. What you're paying that Lexus premium for is leather, sound insulation, a nicer badge, and a valet who brings you a cappuccino. What you are not paying for is better mechanical guts, because the mechanical guts are already the same. So when I tell a customer they can buy the exact same drivetrain for $15,000 less, they look at me like I'm running a scam. I'm not. I'm just the guy who's had all of these on the lift, and I've seen what's really underneath. Meanwhile, the $80,000 European SUVs, those same people cross-shop, I make my boat payment off those. Let me show you the alternative. Number 5, Toyota RAV4. Everybody knows the RAV4. It's the best-selling SUV in America, so calling it a hidden gem sounds ridiculous. But here's what almost nobody realizes. The Lexus NX, the compact luxury crossover Lexus wants $47,000 for brand new, is built on the exact same GAK platform as the RAV4. Same wheelbase, same 2.5-liter 4-cylinder in the gas models. Same hybrid system in the hybrids. The NX is mechanically a RAV4 that spent a weekend at a spa. A guy came into my shop last spring, dead set on financing a new NX 350. Payment quote was north of $700 a month. I asked him one question: do you want luxury, or do you want the thing that makes the luxury car reliable? Because those are two different purchases. I showed him a clean 2020 RAV4 XLE, 46,000 miles, priced around $24,000. The comparable NX from the same year was sitting at $33,000 plus. $9,000 for softer door panels and a Lexus keychain. The engine in these, Toyota calls it the A25A FKS, is one of the most efficient naturally aspirated 4s on the road, running a sky-high compression ratio without a turbo bolted on to eventually fail. No turbochargers, no CVT belt to slip, a conventional 8-speed automatic that just works. When you shop one, do 3 things. First, on the 2019 to early 2021 models, ask about the automatic transmission recall and the fuel pump recall. Both were addressed by Toyota, but confirmed the work was done. Second, feel for a slight low-speed shift shudder on the early 8s. It's usually a software fix, not a rebuild, but negotiate. Third, check the rear liftgate struts and the infotainment for lag on high-mileage units. That's it. This is a 250,000-mile vehicle that costs less to insure, less to fuel, and less to fix than any luxury compact on the market. It's the poor man's NX, and honestly, the rich man should be embarrassed he paid extra. But if you want the real luxury experience without a mechanic on speed dial, this next one is where it gets interesting. Number 4, Toyota Venza. This is the one nobody sees coming, and it's the closest thing to a stealth Lexus RX that Toyota has ever built. The modern Venza rides on the RAV4 hybrid architecture, but Toyota deliberately tuned it soft, quiet, and plush. the same recipe Lexus uses on the RX. When you sit in a Venza with the doors closed and the hybrid drivetrain gliding you along in near silence, you are experiencing about 90% of what an RX 350h delivers for tens of thousands less. I had a retired couple in a few months back. The wife had her heart set on a used RX hybrid, and she had priced them around $45,000. I put her in a 2022 Venza Limited hybrid all-wheel drive, around $32,000 at the time. She drove it, came back in, and quietly asked me why anybody buys the Lexus. I don't have a good answer for her. I never have. Here's the mechanical beauty of it. The Venza is a hybrid-only vehicle, and Toyota's hybrid system is the most proven electrified drivetrain on the planet. The same fundamental technology that's been racking up 300,000 miles in Priuses and taxis for 2 decades. The electric motors take load off the gas engine and the brakes, so the engine runs cooler and the brake pads last absurdly long. I regularly see original brakes past 80,000 miles on these. The traction battery is warranted for years, and in my real-world experience, rarely the thing that fails. When you shop a Venza, check the 12-volt auxiliary battery health first. A weak one throws confusing warning lights that scare buyers into thinking the hybrid system is dying when it isn't. Second, inspect the panoramic roof seals for water intrusion on the limited trim. Third, make sure the software has been updated at the dealer, because the early infotainment could be sluggish. Who should buy this? Anyone who wants that hushed, floaty luxury crossover feel, but refuses to pay the Lexus tax or feed a German turbo. Who should skip it? If you haul lumber or need a third row, this isn't your truck, it's a 2-row comfort machine. But as a poor man's RX, it's almost cheating. Now we leave the pavement because number 3 trades soft leather for something that'll cross a desert. Number 3. Toyota 4Runner. If you've ever priced a Lexus GX, you already know where this is going. The GX and the 4Runner are, in the words of half the technicians I know, the same vehicle in different suits. Body on frame, same fundamental chassis. Assembled with a huge share of shared parts, and on the newest generation, the very same TNGA-F frame that underpins everything from the Tacoma up to the 6-figure LX. The older GX 460 even one-ups the 4Runner with a 4.6-liter V8, but the durability story is identical because the bones are identical. IC Cars rates the GX's reliability an 8.4 and the 4Runner an 8.3, basically a rounding error. These are 2 SUVs off the same recipe, and one of them wears a badge that adds 15 grand. I've watched 5th-generation 4Runners roll past 300,000 miles like it's a warm-up lap. The 4.0-liter 1GR-FE V6 in the older ones and the 5-speed automatic bolted behind it are so overbuilt and so understressed that catastrophic failures are almost unheard of. There is no turbo to cook, no timing belt to snap. It has a timing chain. It is naturally aspirated. Done. Now, will a 4Runner outlast a brand new $80,000 Range Rover? I will put it this way. I have seen more Range Rover air suspension compressors fail before 100,000 miles than I have seen 4Runner engines fail ever. One of those repairs is a couple $1,000s in a bad week. The other is an oil change. When you buy a used 4Runner, first crawl underneath and check for frame rust if it has lived up north. Rust is the real killer on these, not the mechanicals. Second, test the KDSS suspension on GX-adjacent trims for leaks. Third, confirm the third row and cargo area were not abused if it was a family truck. Who should buy it? Anyone who wants a vehicle their grandkids will inherit. Who should skip it? If you commute 2 hours a day, and care about fuel economy, this thirsty old-school V6 will remind you of the 2000s at every gas station. But for pure Outlast, everything longevity, it is a tank. If this is opening your eyes to how the badge game really works, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I have got more videos breaking down exactly which vehicles dealerships push versus the ones that quietly make you rich. Now, number two, Toyota Highlander. This is the one I recommend more than almost any other three-row on the market, and it is a Lexus RX with an extra row of seats and a working-class wardrobe. The 3.5-liter V6 in the Highlander, the 2GR FE, and later the direct-injection 2GR FKS is the same engine family that powers the Lexus RX 350. I want to be crystal clear about this because people think I'm exaggerating. Same block, same heads, same legendary Toyota V6. It's one of the most reliable six-cylinders Toyota has ever produced. No turbo, timing chain, not a belt. I have personally worked on these engines well north of 300,000 miles, still on their original internals, still quiet. Here's the story that sold me forever. A woman came in a couple years back, mid-40s, cross-shopping used RX 350s in the low 30s. She thought the Highlander was, in her words, a minivan for soccer moms. I walked her to my own parking spot and pointed at my personal Highlander with 190,000 miles on the clock. Bought used, cost me maybe a couple thousand in total repairs across all those miles, including a water pump. She bought a Highlander XLE the following week for around $26,000 with 70,000 miles. The comparable RX 350 was sitting at $35,000 plus. That's roughly $9,000 for a nicer badge and a smaller back seat because the Highlander gives you a genuine third row the RX doesn't even offer in that generation. She texts me updates, 0 mechanical issues. Her last message just said, "Why doesn't anyone talk about this SUV?" When you shop one, check 3 things. First, the 2014 to 2016 models had a dashboard cracking issue in hot climates that Toyota extended coverage on. Confirm it's addressed. Second, look for even front tire wear. Uneven wear means neglected alignment, an easy negotiating chip. Third, test the infotainment on higher mileage examples for touchscreen lag. Who should buy it? Highway commuters and families who want Lexus RX reliability, more space, and the ability to keep the thing for 15 years. Who should skip it? If you crave sporty handling or need serious off-road ability, this is a comfortable pavement cruiser, not a canyon carver. But dollar for dollar, mile for mile, it is the smartest three-row purchase in America, and it embarrasses every $80,000 luxury SUV on total cost of ownership. And yet, it's still not the biggest secret on this list. The title belongs to number 1. Number 1, Toyota Land Cruiser. Here's where the whole game gets exposed. The Lexus LX, the flagship, the one Lexus charges close to $90,000 for brand new, is a Land Cruiser, not based on, not related to. It is the Land Cruiser with a fancier grille and a Mark Levinson stereo. On the 200 series generation, both use the identical 5.7-liter 3UR FE V8. Same bore, same stroke, same 8-speed automatic geared exactly the same. The Lexus makes a laughable 2 extra horsepower, 383 versus 381, and that's the entire mechanical difference. When they were both new, the price gap between a base Land Cruiser and a base LX 570 was around $1,000, which tells you everything. Even Toyota knew they were selling you the same truck twice. And that 3UR FE V8 is flat out one of the most bulletproof engines ever bolted into anything. I'm talking about a motor that shrugs off 300,000 miles and treats it like the break-in period. There's no turbo, no direct injection carbon nightmare, no timing belt, just an over-engineered iron and aluminum V8 designed to cross continents that don't have roads. This is the SUV, the United Nations and Remote Mining Operations Trust, in places where a breakdown means you die. Now put that next to a brand new $80,000 Mercedes GLE or BMW X5. Those are wonderful vehicles for 3 years. Then the warranty ends, the air suspension starts weeping, the electronics throw a tantrum, and the repair bills arrive like a second mortgage. The Land Cruiser doesn't do drama, it just runs. The catch, and I will be honest with you, is that the secret is partly out. Clean 200 series Land Cruisers have become so coveted that they hold value like collector items. A good one can still run you well into the 50s or higher. But here is the math that matters. Even at that price, you are buying a vehicle that will outlast 2 or 3 $80,000 German SUVs back to back with a fraction of the repair cost while barely depreciating. When you shop one, first pull the maintenance records and confirm the timing chain-driven V8 has had consistent oil changes. Abuse is the only thing that kills these. Second, check for frame and underbody rust on northern trucks. Third, test the height control and KDSS systems for leaks, and make sure all 4 terrain management functions engage. Who should buy it? Someone who wants to buy one SUV once and drive it into the next decade without ever shopping again. Who should skip it? If fuel economy matters even a little, this V8 drinks like it is 2007, because mechanically it basically is, and that is exactly why it lasts. So there they are. 5 Toyotas that are Lexuses in disguise, priced for the rest of us. The RAV4 hiding a Lexus NX underneath. The Venza delivering the RX's hush for RX minus money. The 4Runner, that's a Lexus GX with hiking boots on. The Highlander sharing its bones with the RX 350 while adding a 3rd row. And the Land Cruiser, the same truck as a $90,000 LX, built to outlive us all. Every one of these will still be turning over long after the brand new $80,000 luxury SUV depreciates into a money pit. Next time a salesman tries to steer you toward a German lease return with a scary out-of-warranty future, you'll know the truth. The smartest luxury buy is the one that doesn't announce itself. If this helped you see the badge game for what it is, hit like and subscribe. I've got a whole video coming on the exact luxury SUVs I'd never let my own family buy, and the numbers to back it up. That's 24 years of watching cars come and go. Take care of one of these, and it'll take care of you for a very long time. Drive safe. I'll see you in the next one.